Speaking of good boys, although
here I am. I'm here.
Here he is. This is Chris Simms joining me on PFTPM. A little mini section, PFTPM, Chris Simms Unbuttoned, presented by Verizon. I'm not sure if it is or isn't, but what the hell?
It is.
We'll give Verizon the love. Presented by Verizon. There it is. There's the Verizon logo. Go get your Verizon phone. If you got service with somebody else, dump it and go get Verizon. There. Hopefully they got their money's worth. Now, we're here today.
Wait, hold on. Okay, you gotta talk all this stuff. Thanksgiving. I want to know: are you a parade watcher? I just like to know before we get into the football here. Are you?
No, I'm not. I don't watch the parade.
It's one of those things. I gotta sit down for a few minutes and watch it, or I feel like my year's not complete. Is that weird? I don't know why, but it's like one of those holiday things. I guess because I grew up with it, and I grew up close to New York City and all that, where like I gotta sit on the couch. And just for a few, and just digest it a little, get in the holiday spirit, and then I'm good. So I don't know why I wanted to add that, but I really like that aspect of Thanksgiving.
Maybe it's because I'm past 50, and maybe this will happen to you when you get to 50. I've noticed that with certain things, I've reached my lifetime supply. Like fireworks, I don't need to see them. I've seen them. I know what they look like. I don't need to see them. Parades, I reached my lifetime supply of parades a long time ago. I know what they look like. I don't need to see them. I know Santa's at the end. I know they lip sync all of the songs. I don't need to see it.
Doom strikes on Thanksgiving weekend.
But I do need to see two screens, dog show, football. We're here to do the picks for the Thanksgiving Day games, the Mega Picks podcast. We're going to do the picks of all three games, straight up and against the spread, and then one best bet. You better make it count. You only get one shot. Let's start with the early game, the traditional opener, the Lions, the late morning, early afternoon game. Texans coming to town for the first time in 8 years. Chris, I'm going to take the lead on this one. Texans favored by 3.
Yeah.
Who do you like and why?
Well, I don't know. I feel like last week, the air is going to be out of the Detroit Lions altogether. Hey, we might be able to salvage a playoff berth, something like that. What? We lost 20-0 to the Panthers with a backup quarterback playing. What the hell is that? To me, I feel like it's inevitable now. Now, I'll say this. The Lions scare me a little bit because they have the experience of playing on Thanksgiving Day. There is something about that. I do think they take great pride in the day altogether. We've seen them be the lesser team on the field in a lot of Thanksgivings, and somehow they win a game or keep it very close, and we don't expect that. This is one where I think it's going to be a fun game. Why? Because neither defense is very good, and you got two quarterbacks who can really throw the ball around the field and make things happen. But I think the Texans' passing game is more diverse. I think there is more weapons there in general for their quarterback to use. And I think Deshaun Watson, of course, at this point of his career is better than Matthew Stafford. Watson's phenomenal. He really is. And the way he played last week without a great front seven against the Lions, I think he'll be able to scramble around and make a lot of plays like he did against the Patriots. The Lions, Matt Stafford, I think he'll have his moments, certainly. But banged up at the running back position. One thing I thought maybe they could do to the Texans is run the football a little bit. But the Lions are just not a really complicated, creative offense in general. And I think, Romeo Crennel will have a pretty good feel for what they want to do. I'm going to take the Texans on the road, 28-24, to win the football game.
I like that Romeo Crennel, Matt Patricia matchup because Crennel was leaving right around the time Patricia was getting there. They had minimal overlap, but they were together in New England. I think the Lions right now teetering on the brink, 20-0 loss to a team quarterback by the XFL Houston Roughnecks standout P.J. Walker. Now it's the Houston Texans NFL starter and franchise quarterback Deshaun Watson. Look, this is one where Lions, if you want to prove me wrong, if you want to use it as motivation, fine. I don't care. I don't believe. After what we saw last week, 0 points, I don't believe. And I think the Texans have that extra little lift that comes from feeling like, hey, this is a kind of a bowl game for us. This is a big deal. We get a big spot. Nobody cares about us this year. We get to go out and set the tone on Thanksgiving Day and show people that maybe we've got something we can feel good about for the future. So nothing to feel good about right now for the Lions. I wouldn't be shocked if they don't make some major changes come Friday with that mini bye if they get embarrassed again. I don't know if they're going to be embarrassed. I'll say Texans 24, Lions 17. And, we'll see what happens. I mean, this isn't one because we usually eat Thanksgiving dinner around 2 o'clock, and every once in a while there's an early game. that causes me to try to negotiate.
Hey, hold on another half hour,
3:30,
yeah.
4 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah, this I'm not gonna burn up any of that equity this year. Let's go ahead and eat. Why not just start eating at 12:30?
Yeah, seriously. I do think it could be fun to watch, certainly. But yeah, Stafford didn't get to practice last week. Galladay, what's his status? He's been battling injuries. Even when he plays, he's not going to be 100%. The running back room in Detroit, that's beat up. I mean, I think as much as they'll try to show some Thanksgiving pride, I just don't think they have enough there. I'm with you there all the way.
Tough to turn around after 4 days, getting shut out, blown out. And you'd like to think pride will take over, but I just think with everything that's going on in the world, it's going to be tough to muster it this year. I think that they say pride comes before the fall. I think fall's coming before the pride.
They're living in a dictatorship there in Detroit, too. Very scary. Did you know that?
Okay. Washington at Dallas, the middle afternoon game, the Tryptophan Bowl. Cowboys favored by 3 points. Washington won on Sunday. Now, that was a game they were losing until Joe Burrow got injured. The Cowboys won a much more impressive game at Minnesota, a team that had won 3 in a row. Again, Cowboys favored by 3. Chris, who do you like?
I've gone back and forth with this one. Literally, before you came up to the set, I was telling Pete, I don't know, Pete Dimolitolitis, who's in our ear, I was going, man, I'm really stuck with this one. I think I'm leaning Washington. It's a coin flip type of football game. But honestly, I flipped again. I'm going to lean with the Cowboys here. And, man, I have a 20-17 score, so I need to change that, all right? So let's make it 19-17 Cowboys, okay? Just so I don't have a push here, but anything like this. I think I boil it down to this, really. Will Washington be able to run the football effectively on Dallas? I'm not sure. It's a good Washington run game, not special, though. And Dallas has gotten their run defense back a little bit. I know Dalvin Cook ran for 100 yards last week, but we were expecting maybe like 180, 190. If you look at the games before, Dallas has shored up that part of their team, and I think that was respectable as far as what they did with Dalvin Cook last week. And, of course, I don't think this Washington football team can run the ball as good as the Vikings and Dalvin Cook. So I can't see that. And as much as like Alex Smith, a game manager and all that, I just don't know if there's enough there for him to scare you in the pass game. You take Terry McLaurin away, what else is there really that can scare you? So with that, the fact that Andy Dalton's back, the Cowboys won a game last week, they do have talent on their football team still, and I think they're going to look at this almost a little bit like, can you believe this? We're still in this and can win the NFC, so we won a game last week. Andy Dalton's back. I think they're going to find a way to win the game. I'm going to go to 20-17 Cowboys.
Yeah,
19-17, excuse me.
I think that whoever wins this game will be regarded come Friday as the favorite in the NFC East just because of that extra glow that's going to come off of winning in a big spot. 30 million people will be watching. It's always a big game, even when the teams aren't very good. The strangest factor for me relates to what happened on Tuesday with strength and conditioning coach Marcus Paul.
Yeah.
They shut down practice. It rattled the players. It left the coaching staff shaken. And again, we are only going to traffic in the things that have been announced by the team, but this could go either way. This could knock the Cowboys for a loop and cause them to be unprepared. Again, they didn't practice yesterday on the most important practice day of the short week, or it could galvanize them. They could want to go out and pay tribute to Coach Paul and get a win for him. And I'm going to err on that side of it. I just think that because they won this past weekend with the Gallagher routine, the smashed watermelons by Coach Mike McCarthy, that they're tripping over something. They're coming together as a team. And I think what they went through yesterday will cause them to come together as a team. They'll win the game, and we'll be talking on Friday about how the Cowboys are now the favorite to win the division. I am going to go 27-20 Cowboys covering the 3-point spread and Dallas getting it done on Thanksgiving Day, Chris.
Okay, yep, I understand it. Yeah, I've had a tough time with that, but I think, I'm with you. I'm playing on it kind of rallies the team. Let's win one for, Coach Paul, those type of things. We'll see where it goes. Cowboys, of course, all over the place, but weapons, quarterback back, running game, Zeke Elliott look good. We'll see if they can capitalize. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm really not, and the Washington defense is pretty damn good. But nonetheless, excited to watch the football team versus Dallas.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.